Big Swish. Big Swish. Nick Swisher here on the set. Good
We're
to
in
see
the house,
you.
bro.
What's up, fellas? Good to see you guys, man. It's been a
up,
minute.
Swish?
Good to be back. Good to be back. You guys doing all right?
Always.
Our
right, man.
energy levels just went through the roof.
Swish.
We're
What's up,
spiking.
guys?
Are you
How
gonna go
man?
putt?
You doing good, bro?
Are you going to go putt?
Yeah, I'm gonna go putt a little bit. You know, I feel like I
Awesome.
need to get my game locked and loaded. You know. Wow, look at all these sponsors you have here.
Yeah. Callaway,
Hey,
brother.
I'm a Callaway guy too.
Callaway, bro.
That's right.
That's the way we're rolling it. Okay.
All right.
Swish is here.
What are you guys chatting about today?
Well, we just chatted with Cube about LeBron coming.
And he was really excited.
I mean, as excited as Cube can get. I mean, he's been
he's
there,
always
done
one
that.
speed. Yeah, he's one speed.
He's chill. Did you just drop it? Is that it?
That's it. I
Live.
feel loose.
All
Some
right.
more.
Come on over.
More. I'm ready. I'm ready.
What a dud.
Nick Swisher. You will be on Big Fox tonight, right? You're going to be on Fox tonight?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
On Saturday.
Okay.
What's up,
Good to see
brother?
you.
Good
How
to
are
see
you,
you, man. How are you?
All right, Nick Swisher is here on the Rich Eisen Show. We'll be back with Swish and everything involving Major League Baseball and this man. Great to see you, brother.
Good to see you, brother.
You got that's next here on the Rich Eisen Show. I do want to tell you about the Honda 4th of July sales event. You've got is your baby arrived yet or what?
Yeah, man, we're good. Yeah, we're up there.
How many?
Two.
You got two kids?
Pushing for 3, but.
What do you mean?
Mama says the gates are closed, so I mean, let's be honest.
Well, the reason why I'm telling you.
We just have a great night, and 10 months later, whoops, But I feel like.
Well, I was going to say, should you require a minivan, there's the Honda Odyssey for you.
We're actually thinking about minivans.
Dude.
The functionality of a minivan is off the charts.
The Honda Odyssey is something you got to check out right now at the Honda 4th of July sales event. I will. There it is on the screen right there. That Honda Odyssey is all sorts of awesome. Your kids can get in and out themselves when they're old enough. Should you open the gates? There's room for more.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's room for more.
You know what I feel like would make that an amazing car is I feel like if we blacked out the windows, we tinted out the windows.
No, you don't tint that.
You
You
know,
don't tint the Honda Odyssey. But there's a great deal on the Accord,
20s.
the Civic, the Pilot, the
Put some
HRV.
rims on that thing.
Available Honda sensing in all models, although I don't know if they're sensing for what Nick's talking about. Hurry into your local Honda dealership for the 4th of July
we
sales
could black
event.
out the rims. I mean,
Swish
it would
when
be
we come back.
amazing.
If the van's rocking.
All right, we're back for about 80 seconds. The breath of fresh air that is Nick Swisher here. What would you say about a mixture of iron and baby lotion was what?
Yeah, we were talking about handshakes. I mean, obviously, it's a huge fight coming up on Saturday.
Miocic and Cormier, right?
Yeah, which is going to be an amazing fight.
Yeah.
But I was saying the first time I ever met Ray Lewis, and
Yeah.
once you're in his presence, like he's a big man.
He
and so
is.
me, I'm like all over the place, like, oh man, Ray Lewis, bro, Nick Swisher, nice to meet you. And I come in like with this firm, over the top handshake,
Right.
And he went like this. And it didn't even phase him. And when I hit his hand, it felt like a mix, like you're saying, like iron,
Yeah.
but then like baby lotion too, man, which was
Hardest
unbelievable. Best handshake of my life.
Hardest handshake ever is Adrian Peterson.
Really?
Yes. Do you know how when they put the cuff on you to have your blood pressure taken,
Yeah.
you feel like your arm pulsing?
Yeah.
That's what when he shakes your hand.
Hey, that man's a machine.
I mean, he just comes in, and then his hand is so big, it's like he's shaking with my forearm.
It comes
It just
straight
comes
over
up
your
above my watch.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't believe anytime I see him put the ball on the ground, I'm like, how the hell did that happen? Because
It's like it's not even possible.
Vice meat hooks. All right, Nick Swisher is here. Lots to talk about with Swish when we come back, bro. He's got 12 seasons in the major leagues under his belt. Now part of the Fox Sports baseball world, a special advisor to the New York Yankees himself, and one of our favorites. Good to see you, Nick Swisher.
Oh, man, it's an honor. It's an honor to be here, my man. I need
to
to start doing this more often
You do.
because I have way too much fun when I'm here with you.
You do. So before we get into the insider stuff, the last time you and I saw each other was in the lobby of an escape room.
Oh, correct.
An escape room. I was invited to
Say
a
what?
birthday party for an escape
An
room.
escape room.
And we show up. It's like me and Suze and 5 other couples. And who's there but Nick Swisher and your lovely wife, Joanna Garcia.
Yeah, and the cast at the time.
But you were separate. We thought we were going in this. I thought, oh my God, I'm going into an escape room with Nick Swisher.
That would have been
I would have thought,
amazing.
like, this has now kicked up about 15 more notches. But we were part of a separate party.
Yeah.
What is it like being in an escape room with Nick Swisher? Can you explain to me
You know what?
that's like?
I'm a team guy. I feel like I thrive in team situations.
Okay.
I may not be the smartest, but I'll give you all the effort I got. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything I got, I'm going to give you. But sometimes it might not pan out as well as others.
We got to get out of here, bro.
We got to go, man.
That's it. We got to follow me to freedom.
I'm a motivator.
I love
you
it.
know?
So it's interesting. We were talking in hour 1 of this show that the Nationals get swept by the Red Sox.
Yeah.
They've got a team meeting. Reportedly, Max Scherzer airs everybody out. And then they fall down 9-0 to the Marlins.
Yeah. Hey,
and came back and won it.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I was watching the game just like you were.
Right.
And anytime you have that public of a players-only meeting,
yes,
obviously you like to think of what went down in that locker room. And I think at that point in time when you have player meetings, you find out who the leaders on the team are. Obviously, when we were in New York and we had any players-only meeting, which I don't even know if we did, but if so, it was few, the first person that stands up was Derek Jeter. So I was interested to see that a guy like Max Scherzer was a guy that stood up. You didn't hear much about what Bryce Harper said. You didn't hear about how he stood up and said things. And I think there's a lot of things swirling around him. I feel like there's a lot of – he was taking ground balls at first base the other day. Mm-hmm. That makes no sense to me. I feel like there's just a lot of things going on in Washington. And obviously, the one thing that really stands out for me is my man Dave Martinez has been stressed. And to get that win last night the way they did, Trey Turner having an all-star year, man, we got to get him to that game. He's one of our premier players. But to see that sort of comeback, it was so great to see because after the game, Dave Martinez was looking at the media like, yeah, I told you. You know, I told you our guys were going to step up. We're not going to stop fighting. We have a good team.
But down 9-0
to the Marlins of all teams.
I know exactly. Jeter's Marlins, Mattingly's Marlins. And, you know, but what does go on in those meetings? And why does something get out? If it's players only, how does something get out?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's supposed to stay in there.
Right. So does somebody like Scherzer get pissed that it got out? Or maybe he's the one who's like whispering?
Well, I think he's probably excited because it sounds like it's his team. And that's the great thing. I mean, he's been the one consistent thing the Washington Nationals have had for years upon years. I look at guys like Steven Strasburg, who every time he takes the mound, it seems like he's dominant. The problem is you just can't get him on the mound as much. Mm-hmm. It just kind of seems like when he pitches a good amount of the season, then the Nationals go to the playoffs. But maybe this year's not the Nationals' year. Maybe this is the year that it all kind of starts to crumble down. I mean, Zimmerman's been hurt. They've had a lot of guys banged up. The back end of the bullpen is pretty good. But what about giving love to the Braves? What about what they've done? What about the love that Gabe Kapler and the Phillies are doing? I just think the NL East is a better division because of those two teams, and I think it's going to be a struggle for the Nationals to get to the postseason.
Well, when you got Nick Swisher, somebody like Harper struggling, he's hitting, you know, he's 210, right? He's hitting less than his weight right now.
Yeah.
Do you think his impending free agency is weighing on him? What do you think is going on there?
You know what? I mean, I've only been through free agency one time, and obviously not at the level of Bryce Harper, but it's a stressful time because you want to be a team guy, you want to win, but you're also thinking about your future and where you're going to be. And at the time, you know, I mean, I was married. I was trying to figure out, you know, where, you know, Joe and I were going to go, things like that. I mean, obviously Bryce is in that same situation. I don't like the things that come out when Scott Boras is telling the world why Bryce Harper is bad because of shifts. Well, everyone deals with shifts. So I think when your agent starts coming out to try and defend you, that's when things start getting a little haywire for me.
He said, Scott Boras said that the shift is, what's the word that he used? Can you look it up, Chris? I want to make sure that we get the exact word of what Boras said to the shift. He basically said it's biased against lefties.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
That it definitely for left-handed
100%.
hitters, that for right-handed hitters, it's not nearly as restrictive.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
you agree with that?
I totally agree with that. That statement is 100% true. Jason Giambi, who is one of my favorite human beings on the planet, said that was one of the reasons why his career started to end was because of that shift. I mean, you lose a lot of batting average points because of that. Now, the other thing is Bryce Harper's pulling the ball at a 20% more clip than he ever has in his career. So I think for right now, with where he's at average-wise, I think he's really just focusing about power. I mean, it just looks like he's taking some hammer rips, dude, every time he gets up there to the plate because they're struggling. He's trying to get things going.
Right.
I mean, they've moved him all up and down the lineup. The kid's talent is absolutely phenomenal. I just want to see him put it back all together again.
Nick Swisher here in the Rich Eisen Show Honda Insider Report. I hate the shift. I hate it. We had AJ Hinch on the show, and I asked him if there was a rule to get rid of the shift, would you have a problem with it? And he said, absolutely, I would. That it's my job to get some people out, and that this is the way that we're playing, and basically hit them where they ain't. Because I said, but I don't want as a fan to pay to see Bryce Harper go the other way, bunt. He's like, well, he can hit a homer the other way too.
Correct.
But I just can't stand seeing, and it is mostly left-handed hitters.
Correct.
That are hitting
second
it
baseman's playing halfway back in right field.
Yeah. And then when he hits it up the middle, the third baseman's fielding it.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay.
Well, you got to remember, man. So only because I'm retired now and I'm looking at the game in a whole different light.
Yeah.
If the game is going to continually evolve, and analytics are going to continually be a big part of this game, you have to evolve too. So now, if I have a percentage of an advantage, just like I would do if I went to Vegas, whatever game I feel like I have the percentage advantage, that's the game I'm going to play.
Right.
So if I feel like I have an X percentage better chance of being successful, obviously I'm going to take that chance. Because even on the media side of things, when we see a manager make a decision and it doesn't work, we question that. And so now I think the gut manager in the game is gone. I feel like because if he says like, hey, man, I made that decision because of my gut, then, on the media side of things, we're really going to get after him because there's so many statistics, there's so many numbers in the game now that tell you. That's why these Ivy League grads are coming into our game and in my opinion, I think making it better. I mean, I have aspirations of being a manager at some point in my life.
You do.
So I think for myself is I have to keep up with the Joneses too, Like you got to keep up with everything because like I said, as long as it evolves, then we have to evolve as well.
So then how does those numbers get downloaded to you as a player? I mean, does it fill your head with a bunch of garbage when you really have to go up there and talk about feel or just know what this pitcher's going to do and
Totally, man.
And you know what the situation is? It's one out. You need to get this guy over. I mean, so much stuff is in your head as a hitter to begin with already.
I think it's your job as the athlete to be an athlete. I feel like sometimes we can see guys that get a little robotic with their movements, maybe because they're thinking about stuff. And like you're saying, I mean, being a special advisor and getting the opportunity to work with the younger generation, that's also an awesome thing because these guys sometimes, it's definitely an information overload because I remember back when I was in rookie ball and A ball, a scouting report, what was that? We didn't even know what that was.
Right.
Heck, we didn't even know who we were facing half the time. So I think just in general, there is an information overload, but I think it's your job as that player to pick the things that work for you and to help improve your game.
So then what makes somebody like Aaron Boone work? Okay. Now, again, you're somebody with 12 years in the league.
Right.
I don't know how many Aaron Boone had.
Right around there.
Right around there. Spent a lot of years in the booth.
Yeah.
You're spending years now trying to, cutting your teeth beginning for a couple years now doing TV. How does Aaron Boone work in a dugout where somebody like you with managerial aspirations can learn, translate that?
Yeah,
without riding the bus in the minor leagues as a manager.
I think that's kind of where the game's going right now. I mean, there's 5 first-year managers in the league this year, and I think there's 3 guys that have never had managerial experience ever, right? But I think now it's a little different because of the analytics. The guys in the computer room are going to tell you who has the better advantage of succeeding that day, right? And obviously you play each game for the game. That's what you're trying to do.
Sure.
So now it's all about being able to relate to your guys, being able to motivate 25 different guys, 25 different ways for a 162-game season. The couple things that I've taken away from Aaron Boone, and I've been able to spend some time with the guys in spring training, as well as make a few appearances in New York over here the last month.
Yeah.
This cat is cool, bro. Like, he is so chill. And to be able to be the manager of the New York Yankees, you have to do a couple things well. You have to handle the media well, which he has done a tremendous job, and you got to put up W's. And he's been able to do that. Obviously, I haven't been in that locker room each and every day, but to watch how he's gone about his business in a first-year setting, even earlier in the year when Giancarlo was struggling, he didn't stress out. He wasn't saying, man, I'm freaking out. I feel like I look at him, and then I look at a guy like Dave Martinez. And it's kind of been a tale of 2 different stories. Obviously, the Nationals haven't played up to the way they have. Boone's team has played up to the way that they're supposed to. So I think for him, he's been cool as a cucumber, man, and he's handled the media absolutely phenomenally, man. As a Yankee fan
Yes.
and as kind of an employee, I could not be more honored to have him as our manager.
And then there's Cora in Boston, right?
Doing a tremendous job.
I mean, the Red Sox are 30 over for the guy who's never really had the managerial
But that's what I'm saying. I think it's all about being able to motivate guys, being able to get guys to show up to the ballpark and play every day.
The Honda Insider Report, again, brought to you by our friends at the Honda 4th of July sales event that's still going on. It's still the best place to get a great deal on a new Honda like the Accord, Civic, or Fit. So head to your local Honda dealer today for a sizzling deal on a Honda you will love. We'll take a 60-second break, come back, and one of those appearances you made was at the baseball draft where you made an announcement.
Could you believe that?
This is fantastic. For fans who did not see this or hear it and don't know what Nick and I are talking about, this is fantastic, bro. We're back in 60 seconds. DirecTV special coverage of the Wimbledon Championships is still rolling in channel 701 through 707 all the way through to July 9th. 6 channels of coverage throughout the tournament, plus a mosaic channel and interactive features, video highlights of the top players and matches every day. That's for broadband customers only. There's a match guide with current scores and results for the entire field. To order DirecTV, call 1-800-DirecTV, 1-800-DirecTV. I wish there was, by the way, I would pay to see a Wimbledon channel with Nick Swisher, you calling tennis.
Hey,
What would that sound
It would be
like?
loud. It would be loud. There's no doubt about it. I've been to one. I went to the U.S. Open when I was with the Yankees back in the day.
In New York,
And,
sure.
Yeah, and I was lucky enough to be part of the Lacoste box. And Joe had to remind me multiple times, this isn't a loud event. This is a very like gentlemanly sport, and you can't be as loud as you are. So I really struggled, but I don't know. I feel like me and Johnny Mac, dude, we would crush life, dude, in the booth for sure.
I would love to listen to you do in Wimbledon. Just so when the umpire says quiet, please, they could have said quiet, please, Nick Swisher.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're only gonna single out one guy, and he's sitting about halfway up
in the
over there.
Lacoste with his Eisen shirt.
Yeah, with my little gator right here, you know.
So now you have I guess a habit occasionally of punctuating your sentences with the word bro.
Oh yeah, I don't know how that started, man. I'm originally from West Virginia, right, which is shocking. You're like, this kid for real? This kid started off as a redneck, you know, and then like evolved myself, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, bro's just kind of been part of my thing. I don't even know how it came in there.
So just every now and then you'll just bro, like you even punctuate your text with the word brother or bro. I mean, you're legit. You're
legit, bro.
So when the Yankees put you front and center to announce a draft choice at the baseball draft,
Right.
This is just unbelievable. This is awesome. Just roll it. This happened.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Swisher, and with the 61st selection of the 2018 Major League Baseball Draft, the New York Yankees select Josh Bro, a catcher from McLennan Community College, Waco, Texas. Chicago Cubs have the next selection.
Hey, Swisher, for real.
Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it, man. I'm sitting in the back. I'm telling you, it was an older crowd. Guys like Tommy Lasorda and Freddie Lynn, Bo Jackson, and who I know a little bit, but I'm like, guys, you have no idea what's about to happen right now, man. I'm about to blow the roof off this place. And it was unbelievable because Brian Cashman, David Oppenheimer from the Yankees absolutely were rolling on the ground when this draft pick came into being.
They had to be on the board like, please
let bro
have
follow us.
Stay
Let
here,
bro drop to
Josh.
us.
But it's spelled Breaux.
Correct.
But pronounced.
So when you're in the back, when you're in the back, you have this board, right? And it tells you who the pick is, and then they hand you the card and you walk out. So it says Josh Breaux or UX or whatever it was. Yeah. And so I'm looking around, I'm like, how do you say that? And the lady was like, bro. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? And she was like, yes, Nick. Yes, I'm very serious.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
Yes, it's bro.
Cashman's probably high-fiving.
Oh, man, it was unbelievable. We had two great picks that first day. But that one, dude, rolled out. And
I'm crying
being
right
able
now.
to do that for the Yankees, it's a job I try and take a lot of pride in, so I try not to make it like a funny thing.
You had the glasses on?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
trying to-
Yeah,
you're
man.
trying to
I'm not,
class it up?
sharp suit, cleaned up,
Yeah, clean
Yeah,
shaven.
man, but it got me, man. I couldn't believe it. What I really wanted to say was, you guys won't believe what's about to happen right here. This guy, dude, his name is Bro. You can't believe that. was awesome to be part of, man. So great. Loved it.
Welcome to the Yankees.
Yeah. Come on in, bro. We're ready. We're happy to have you, bro.
And by that, I mean your last name. And also, bro.
Bro.
Couldn't believe it, man.
We're drafting bro.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. You are something else. Now, you said you've done what to your house? What do you do? The break here?
So me and some of my friends, we were trying to figure out a way to kind of get ourselves moving again and just kind of get ourselves a little bit more back in shape. And
okay.
So
you're looking good, Nick.
Thanks, man. Trying to, just keep trying to trick them. You know what I mean? Sure. Everything above the desk. That's pretty much what we try and do now. Keep everything right above the desk, bro. That's it. You don't need to see these down here. But yeah, so our garage, I kind of turned it into like a gym. I've been really reading a lot on longevity. And just trying to, because I want to live to be 120, man. So I feel like if I want to do that, I got to start now.
Sure.
So we turned it into a kind of a gym. And so me and my friends on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we get about 6 or 7 of us in there, man, and we circuit train for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then after that, I've got a sauna in there. I've got a hyperbaric chamber if you need to recover. So I'm telling you, man, I can be your guy. I can be your trainer to get you ready.
Yes.
For world record speed.
This
right?
is what I'm
it's
talking
possible.
about, Nick. This
I
is what I'm
feel like
talking
I need to
about.
invite you guys over just for a session.
Okay.
Maybe we should do just one day.
And what have you called this place?
Swisher Sweatshop.
Swishes.
Yeah.
Sweatshop.
So S cubed. S cubed.
S cubed. Swishes Sweatshop.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great, man.
I'll come by. We'll come by. Can we bring like
cameras?
Oh yeah,
cameras?
yeah. I feel like you need to be part of it. You need to experience it.
This sounds like Steinbrenner dollars at work. This sounds like Steinbrenner dollars at work, 1,000%.
Yes, sir.
Okay, first rate, first class.
Always.
Okay.
Always.
All right, we'll come.
I mean, hey,
genius.
it's a transformed garage, So
of course,
like,
yeah.
we get it in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is good for you, Rich. You need to start training and taking this seriously.
You sound like my wife now.
I mean, with his athleticism
That's what I'm saying.
and some hard work,
we want what's best for
take
you.
him to the next level, right?
5'6" could happen if you just trained a little bit.
Swishes Sweatshop.
Yeah.
I'm going to run that 40, bro.
Yeah, bro. Hey, no doubt. We'll be there. Rooting you on, stretching you out pregame. We got to make sure we get the right suit. Make sure the stretchability is pretty good.
Okay.
If that's a word.
No, it now is.
Pliability, aerodynamics.
Okay.
Let's go.
I like it. All right, so you got that going on, and then you're on what's on Fox tomorrow? Which game's on?
Yeah, so we got the Braves and the Brewers, which is a great series.
That is great.
Two first-place teams
man.
going into the break.
NL is totally wide open.
Isn't it crazy, man?
We were talking the other day that there's the wild card game for the American League. One team is going to be hosting a winner-go-home game with 100, if not 105 wins.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a 100-win or 105-win team going on the road for that game.
It's crazy,
in the
man.
AL right
I
now.
feel like that wild card game has really, really made things interesting coming down the stretch. I mean, obviously, you seem like teams kind of run away with the division, so it obviously gives us something to talk about late in the year. And I just think that game, it's so tough because anything can happen in one game.
Yeah.
It's just you never know. But I feel like for teams that might be on that 88, 90 game fringe, sometimes they get lucky enough to pop in there.
Okay, so who are you on with on Big Fox tomorrow?
So it's me, the icon Chris Myers.
Chris Myers?
Yeah,
Okay.
Chris. I mean, he's got his way.
I do. I'm here, you're there, you're not me. I'm not you.
I kid because I care.
Do you share hair care products with Chris?
He does have a lovely salad, bro. Ain't no doubt about it. I mean, it is like
He's
it's
got roughage.
perfect.
He's got roughage.
Yeah, he's definitely
got
up there,
roughage.
bro.
So it's
Yeah.
you and Chris Myers
and Dontrell Willis, man.
Okay,
super cool, man.
Dontrell.
I've had
to get Dontrell on this show.
Yeah,
Did he
dude.
respond to us on something? Didn't he reach out because we did like a Funny or Die? Pitch Friday was on.
And
like
someone
for the
mentioned
Marlins?
him.
Yeah,
In a
he got a mention
response,
here.
and he kind of
fired back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. He's got way energy, man. Super hype. And by the way, you might need to get a bigger chair. That's a big man.
Okay.
That's a big man coming in here.
Okay.
And he's a Golden State Warrior fan, too, so he's big basketball.
Okay. So Swish's Sweatshop, we're going to stop by.
Yeah.
You come back anytime, man.
I had a blast,
say hi to
man.
your beautiful, lovely wife.
Oh, I will,
as
man.
well.
Absolutely. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Love
course.
this, man. I mean, this is easy.
Good. Come down.
That's
was it easy to get from the sweatshop to here, or was there a little bit
No,
of...
sir. Hey, I still feel like people are taking their vacation days,
Oh, yeah.
So driving in LA is money right now, guys.
So good.
Anywhere you need to go, 30 minutes, man. It doesn't matter.
Beautiful.
So we're perfect, man.
Okay.
No problem.
So I guess we'll have you back Labor Day when no one's around.
That's right.
Good to see you, Nick.
Thank you, my man.
At Nick Swisher on Twitter, and you're on Instagram too?
Yeah, at your boy Swish.
Is that what it is on Instagram?
Yeah.
At your boy Swish?
Yeah. Hey, we're coming up, man. I'm trying to. Hey, you know what? That's the thing. Like this social media stuff, man. It's hard because you kind of got it. You got to do it every day.
Feed the beast.
Feed the beast, man. So
I know.
I'm trying. I'm coming up on 100K. That's a goal of mine.
Hey,
so we
well,
need
that's
all the help we can
impressive.
get. Rich Eisen fans.
Okay.
I need you.
Okay.
I need you.
He needs you. At your boy Swish.
That's it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.